is calling 2022 CR 3725C, State of Texas versus Juan Carlos Rotana. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
For the state.
Defense?
Joe Stenberg.
Yes. And are you Mr. Juan Rotana?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rotana, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated robbery? That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement? If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes,
Did
Your
you
Honor.
understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Counsel,
Yes.
do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapons. State recommends deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration 2022 CR 3726C. There's to be no contact with Margie, Claudio, or Renee Patino, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition? If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're also not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Sure.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Pardon me?
Is that the plea bargain agreement? Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
No
No content. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
State any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
State offers states exhibit 1 and all attachments.
Any objections?
Okay.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding you guilty as you apply for deferred adjudication. State,
Yes, Your Honor.
on this case, have you spoken to the complainant?
Yes, Your Honor. They're aware of the agreement.
And are they in favor of this agreement?
They are.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Rotana, are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I do flooring, wood floor, carpet, maybe I do wood floor.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am. I have 6. One just passed away recently.
All right, what are their ages?
8, 21. I got 2 twin boys, 18, got a 8-year-old and 5-year-old
And where are the 8 and 5-year-old?
with my mother.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years deferred adjudication. Taking in consideration 2022 CR 3726C. There's to be no contact with Margie, Claudio, Renee Patino. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be restitution, if any, to Margie, Claudio, and Renee Patino. There is to be no contact with the following. Samantha Richards, Jacqueline Wallace.
And Your Honor, may I address that?
Yes.
Jacqueline Wallace is the mother of his two youngest children, and they relate to each other about raising their children. In fact, my client's mother is raising all the remaining children.
She
And
probably should be.
pardon me,
I think she probably should be, because I don't think at this point in his life, he would be a good influence.
you may recall Jacqueline Wallace was a co-defendant.
Yes.
Okay. And she comes and visits the children.
All right, then you all would have to make that arrangements with the grandmother, but you're not gonna have any contact with Jacqueline Wallace. Because what I have before me now is you all are committing offenses together. So you're not to have any contact with her, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, 200 hours community service restitution. We'll do parenting classes with rainbows. There's to be regular UAs. Is there a drug issue?
No,
Regular UAs, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And I'm notating that you said that there are no drug issues, so you should not come up positive. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
And I'm writing that on the docketing sheet. So regular reporting by Zoom or in person, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Is Child Protective Services involved?
No, ma'am.
I'm gonna want field visits. One time per month until further notice. Anger management classes. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any,
I apologize. Are you?
200 hours community service hours? He's gonna do the parenting class. Once he's completed that, the community service hours will be deemed to be satisfied.
I have
Yes.
a certificate for parenting that I
When was that done?
in Bear County,
No, when?
about like 2 months ago. I have a certificate for parenting classes and domestic violence classes.
So why did you do that?
They just gave me those programs. when I was
Oh, at the
there.
jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, just
I got the
provide,
certificates.
provide proof of that, okay?
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Oh, Mr. Bauer, since you're standing there,
I would glad judge it, it'd be my pleasure.
thank you. Because this is I'm sorry, and there's also an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, from here, we're off the record. From here on out, everything you do in your life, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, do not do it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in this court, in order to be successful, communication is key. So if you have any issues, speak with probation. If you feel like they're not addressing it, then you can approach the court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you. Your Honor.